Let's talk about in our first case, or the case 1, concerning the differential equation with coefficients linear into variables for parallel lines. So shown here is the implicit form of a differential equations, and then we already know that the slope of this function, first function, is equal to the slope of the second function. And then we concluded that the following differential equation is a parallel line. So what's next? So say next na to buhaton. So di ba? If you notice that ang M1, ang slope 1 is just equal to negative A1 over B1, and then equal siya ni M2, di ba? Which is equal to negative A2 over B2. So sa may nato ani, we can establish a relationship with the constants of this equation and this equation. Okay, they are parallel. Unsay lang relationship? So we have this relationship. The constant A, so kaning abay ni x, A sub 2, on the second linear equation here is equal to KA1, or B sub 2 is equal to KB sub 1. So unsa ning K? K is the proportionality constant. So kani si A1, this A1, kaning constant A1 here and then constant A2 here, are just any numbers but they have a relationship. They are proportional, these two equation. Also ang B1 ug ang B2 diri nga side. So si B is abay ni Y. So this is their relationship. We have the A2 is equal to KA1, or B2 is equal to KB1. So what's next? Unsay sunod nato buhaton? Having been determined what is the K, di ba imo man i-solve K is equal to A2 over A1, or depende sa imong 3, pwede po B2 over B1. So having been known what is the proportionality constant, so ang first na itong kuan is the constant K. Next, we substitute. Sa ito i-substitute? Let V, so na po tayo substitution, B equals A1x plus B1y. And then, if we derive the V here, we have A1 dx plus B1 dy. And then, ato ni siyang solve na to with respect to y, or we can solve the differential equation with respect to x. So, with dy, we have dv minus, so kani siya gitranspose man si A1, we have A1 minus A1 dx all over B1. So, if with respect ni x, so si dv minus kani is transpose mo ng minus B1 dy over A1. So, depende na sa inyong situation, or case-to-case basis, depende sa inyong trip. So, if we already have this equation, we have this K, pwede na ito ni siya masubstitute dire. So, from this first step, we have our third step. So, from A1x plus B1y plus C1 dx plus A2x plus B2y plus C2 dy is equal to 0. Since si A2 is equal to KA1 and then si B2 is equal to KB1, ato na siyang masubstitute. So we have A1x plus B1y plus C1 dx plus KA1x plus KB1y plus C2 dy is equal to 0. Pagkawas na to sa K, we have A1x plus B1y plus C1 dx plus we have K times A1x plus B1y, of course, plus C2 dy is equal to 0. We have let V is equal to this one, then we have here V plus C1 dx times dx plus quantity KV plus C2 dy is equal to 0. So, next na to buhaton, actually we can have a variable separable for this type of equation. So, now let's proceed na lang sa atong sample problem number 1 to discuss further the first case on the parallel lines. So what is our first problem? We have a given sample problem here. 2x plus 3y minus 1 dx plus quantity 2x plus 3y plus 2 dy equals to 0. So first na to buhaton. Let's get the slope. So ang slope na to sa first is equal to negative a1 over b1. So negative, ang a1 na to is 2 and b1 na to is 3. So you have a slope for this linear equation, negative 2/3. How about for the second one, the m2? So we have negative a2 over b2. So negative a2 is negative 2 over 3. Since m1 is equal to m2, therefore the differential equation is a linear parallel case 1. So this is case 1. So ato ang i-check ang slopes. First. Next, unsay buhaton nato gani? The k or proportionality constant. So we have the a2 equals to ka1 or b2 is equal to kb1. So no need na to ato ni tagsa-tagsaon because they are just proportional. Kung ako ning isulat here, we have a2 is 2 equals k is equal to 2 again. So therefore, atong proportionality constant k is just equal to 1. Next, unsay buhaton nato? Katong let v. So natay substitution. So let v equals a1x plus b1y. And then afterwards, di ba natay, if we differentiate this one, you have dv is equal to a1 times dx plus b1 times dy. And then, unsa may next na to buhaton? Having our first problem number 1. So, sa example sa inyong module, ang gigamit is x. So, sa module, ang iyang gigamit is in terms of x. So, we have the dx is equal to 1/2 times dv minus 3 dy. Now here, I want to use dy. So dy, so from this equation ni siya, ang dx, kaning dy, so murarag ato siyang solve for x ba? So dy is equal to dv, atong gitranspose si a1 dx. So we have dv minus a1 dx. So this is in quantity. And then, para makuha si dy, then divide na to si b1. So that is 1 over b1. So if matingala mo, gikan na gina siya diri, mura na siya gi. So from this equation, we have dv minus a1 dx equals b1 dy. Para mabilin si dy, then we divide the whole equation with 1 over b1. So we have, mo na daning yan, natay dv minus a1 dx times 1 over b1 is equal to dy. So mo na siya diri nga sample. So next, we already have our v, let v, and then atong giingon is we use this relationship with dy. So ato na ni substitute sa given problem. So from 2x plus 3y, so this becomes v, this becomes v as per this a1x plus b1 dy, which is equal to 2x plus 3y. So ako na ni sulat diri, we have v minus 1 times dx plus v plus 2 times dy. Again, our dy is this one, 1 over b. So atong b is, b1 na to is pila? 3. So 1/3 times, we have here dv minus a1 dx. So dv minus a1 na to is 2. So that is 2 dx. Ato ni siyang i-distribute para mabulag-bulag na to sila. So we can find a reasonable nga relationships. So we have v dx minus dx. So on this side, we have, I forgot, we have equals to 0. So we have equals plus v times dv. So we have v dv minus 2 v dx plus 2 dv minus 4 dx. So this is just direct multiplication. So ana ra na siya. All over 3 is equal to 0. To get rid of this 3, akong gusto is multiply na ko whole equation with 3. Then we will have 3v dx minus 3 dx plus v dv minus 2v dx plus 2 dv minus 4 dx equals to 0. So, muna itong substitute na dahil. Itong next step, sa itong next buhaton, at 5, or step 5, sa buhaton na to, combine like terms. So, muna lagi po sa algebra, no? So, ang gusto na ko una isulat is ang x, iabay na ko. So, we have here 3v dx, negative 3 dx, negative 2b dx, and negative 4 dx. So, ako saan silang iuban tanan. So, we have 3v dx minus 3 dx minus 2v dx minus 4 dx. Ako lang sila ibutangan og ingani aron to emphasize. So next is after dx, we have the dv. Iuban na to. So plus v dv plus 2 dv equals to 0. I think we're done. So looking at this, we can simplify this further. We have 3v dx and negative 2v dx. So 3v minus 2v, that is just v. So v, ako na i-factor out si dx daan. And then we have negative 3 dx minus 4 dx. So negative 3 minus 4, that is negative 7. So minus 7 times ipagawas na ko si dx. Plus here, unsa may pwede na ko mapagawas, I think, manaylain, then at ko lang mapagawas is si dv. Then we have a v plus 2 dv is equal to 0. So kung inyong tanawon ang differential equation, this is variable separable. Kay si v, mambutang nato diri, and then there is no other variable x. So atong gibuhat is we multiply the whole equation with 1 over v minus 7. Then we will have dx plus v plus 2 over v minus 7 dv equals to 0. So next ato buhaton. Kanisha, this is a fraction. We can further simplify this. We can bungkag this one. So we have dx plus v over v minus 7 dv plus 2 over v minus 7 dv equals to 0. Na sir, nganong nabungkag na? Kiunsa man na siya? Mura ragod na siya og, di ba? 1/2 plus 3/2 equals, kung iusan na ni mong denominator, so since same man sila denominator, so pwede ra murag maad na itong ibabaw. So from this one, yapon, pwede yapon na ni mo mabulag, something like 1/2 plus 3/2. So same ra yapon na siya diri. They have the same denominator man, so kani pwede na sila ma-add or pwede na po siya mabalik yan. So ato lang na siya gi-emphasize nga na aron mas dali siya ma-solve. Next, unsa may relationship ani? I think this one is already done. This is already fine. This is already fine. This one we can simplify this further. So, sa buhaton nako. So dx plus akong buhaton is kuan. Nasa murag pariha og itsura sa numerator. So di ba natay v? So mag minus 7 ko para na po pareha diri nga v minus 7. So kung mag minus 7 ko, dapat mag plus 7 sad ko. Kaya di ba negative 7 plus 7, that is just 0. Mubalik na siya sing ani. Para lang na significance over v minus 7 dv. Okay, ako kaya po ni-emphasize. And then plus 2 over v minus 7 dv equals to 0. So again, mura kaya po ni siya ingani, no? Pwede na to mabulag ang fraction. Then we have dx plus v minus 7 over v minus 7 dv plus this one, 7 over v minus 7 dv plus 2 over v minus 7 dv equals to 0. If you notice, this has same variable, so pwede na to ma-add si 7 plus 2. So we have here dx plus, we have here also 7 plus 2, that is 9 over v minus 7 dv equals to 0. So kani siya, v minus 7 over v minus 7 naman siya. So makancel, this is just like 1 or just dv. Next, unsay next na to buhaton? Ako lang sa i-rewrite sa next paper. So we have okay, so we have this equation. We have dx plus dv plus 9 over v minus 7 dv equals to 0. So if we integrate all of this, all of the sides, we have here x plus v plus here this is a natural logarithmic function, so 9 ln v minus 7 equals to c. Next, unsay buhaton? Resubstitute v. Unsay value ni v? So cv is just equal to 2x plus 3y. So ito substitute si v diri nga equation. So we have x plus 2x plus 3y plus 9 ln. Then we have v minus 7. We have 2x plus 3y minus 7 equals c. And then we have 3x plus 3y plus 9 ln 2x plus 3y minus 7 equals c. So na sila common factor 3. Let's say I will multiply the equation with the reciprocal of 3 or 1/3. So we have our final answer x plus y plus 9 divided by 3, that is 3. 3 ln 2x plus 3y minus 7 equals c, or x plus y plus ln 2x plus 3y minus 7 cube equals to c. Then this is our general solution. Sir, unsa naman pod? Sa kuan lagi sa module ang result kay negative 2x minus 2y minus 6 ln 2x plus 3y minus 7 equals c. So nakalimot ko no, ingon diri di ba this is times 1/3, so supposedly this becomes c over 3. So since c over 3 is just a constant, that's why ako lang siya gi-rewrite as constant. Or let's say ato na lang ni pangalan as c naught or something like that. So c naught is equal to c over 3. So how about sa sir sa module mo maning result? If you divide or multiply this whole equation with negative 1 over negative 2, so this becomes x plus y. 6 divided by 2, that is 3, plus 3 ln 2x plus 3y minus 7 equals to, let's say on this side we have CO is equal to C over negative 2, then we have C naught here. So our final answer also sa module, following the module's way, so that is just 2x plus 3y minus 7 cube equals to C naught. So these are just the same. They have the same answer. Okay? So ano yung katarantaning C over 3 or dili is C over negative 2? Ang constant, pwede na ginagapon na ito masulat as C or constant. Okay, so unsa to? Let's reiterate. First is check the slope of the two equations. If they're equal, they are parallel lines, they are case 1. So if they are case 1, get the constant of proportionality constant of the equations. So we have here the A2 equals to A1. So kaning A1 ug A2 mo ra ning abay ni x diri. So this is abay ni x1, abay ni x2. So A1, A2. And then kung nanakay k, substitute nimo ang v is equal to a1x plus b1y. In this situation, atong a1x, b1y is 2x plus 3y, which is this one. Then get the derivative of v. We have dv, so equals to a1 dx and then plus b1 dy. And then nara din ani kung unsay mong gamiton nga i-change nimo no, kay i-change man nimo si dx o si dy either. So we can use dx equals 1/2 like this and or dy. So si dx or dy is gikan na siya diri asama sa akong i-explain diri. Next, after getting no, so akong gibuhat diri is ako magigamit is si dy man akong gilisdan. So ako tong gisubstitute si v here. That's why you have this equation, and then also si dy, which is this one. So akong gi-further simplify ang equation, gi-multiply na ko tanan, gi-simplify, walay denominator, and then i-come up ta ani nga solution. So mara gyapon na inyong buhaton always. I-simplify, further simplify lang gyapon ang equation until such time moabot mo sa kuan. So moabot, so sa atong gibuhat diri is, di ba, from linear nga kuan, differential equation linear into two variables, atong gibuhat is kuan kanang after nga if since ato man siya na determine nga linear into variable, next nato buhat is ato siya gi-applyan og equations or mga substitution due to case 1 para ma-solve nato ang differential equations. So in this case, we applied the variable separable para ma-solve ang sample problem number 1. So this will be our case 1.